Hello fellas, we are now back in Kiev. It's convoy number 34. And thanks to you, we have reached something unimaginable. We have delivered now help of 9 million euros. And look, we are more and more looking new solutions like this, Queen Hornets, because more and more is the question how we help save Ukrainian lives, to giving Ukrainians the best things in the world to win this war. And here in Ukraine, they are building the best solutions. That's why we are here. That's what we look at, with help of you fellas, what we can give them. Like this amazing vampire, which can carry a lot of gift to the orcs. And guys, today we will meet another amazing unit. If you like the units, use the tags, tell about it, comment, like. Most importantly, keep talking about Ukraine, keep talking about how we can help Ukraine to win. That's why we are here. Slava Ukraini, Heroyam Slava.
NAFO! Вперед! NAFO! Вперед! NAFO! Вперед! Slava Ukraini! Heroyam Slava!
Hi again.
Hello.
I haven't seen a long time.
Yes.
So it would be interesting to know now that if we look at the front line, then we see more and more that more and more is carried by basically by the drone units. Tell us what makes today drone unit effective. What's the key elements of the building effective drone unit?
There is no magic pill, no magic secret that will make you super efficient and allow you to destroy many enemies. Motivation and hard work 24/7 is what makes us effective. We share these secrets with all other units who want to learn how to become as effective as us. We talk about the tactics of using UAVs, the strategy of using them, and preparing UAVs for work. There are vampires over there, right? This is our main tool. We destroy many enemies with them. Over the past 12 months, we have destroyed 928 pieces of equipment and more than 3,000 orcs. Our crews work as vampires every night. We're now working in an area where we have brought in a lot of UAVs and FPVs. And the enemy is hunting our crews because we bring them a lot of grief. And for the last 2 weeks, our crews have been attacked by 50-70 FPVs a night. It is very difficult to find enemy FPV crews. They are based in the forests, in trenches, in settlements. There is a very large area where they can hide. Our countermeasure was to analyze the area where they can hide and remotely mine every entrance to this area. During the first night of such mining, there was 21 explosions of cars and trucks that transported crews, drones, and ammunition. On the second night, there were 17 explosions. On the third night, there were no more explosions, but the impact of FPV on our crews disappeared completely. This is one example of action and counteraction, and as well, this is an example of how everything on battlefield changes every day, every night.
What is the most dangerous thing what Russia is using? And one thing I know is improving is Russia has FPV drones with optical tiny cable.
I think it worked at a distance of 5 kilometers. The distance has now become 10 kilometers. This drone has specifics of use. You have to reach a certain altitude. You have to fly the drone only from above. You can't look for a target or fly around it. It's like a missile on an ATGM. It flies in a certain direction and explodes. There is really no opposition except for machine guns and rifles that the guys shoot them down with. Assault rifles and shotguns are the most effective countermeasure against Mavics dropping bombs and against FPV drones. You hear them, you see them. The guys at the position set up posts and shoot down such drones. In general, war is about math and economics. And in any case, an FPV drone costs about $500–700, which you send 5 off to destroy Zala, which is repeater for Lancet, and Lancet will destroy Patriot, for example. Well, these are completely different numbers. We record and count the equipment we destroy in terms of money. Over the past 12 months, we have destroyed equipment worth $280 million, and we lost $6 million worth of drones. We have now almost entirely switched to supplying vampires FPVs through Armed Forces of Ukraine. There is another parallel initiative launched by the Ministry of Defense, whereby they calculate for statistics of each unit of the armed forces, count how much equipment was destroyed, and award points for this. For these points, you can buy, for example, a UAV. For example, in August, we destroyed a certain number of enemies and captured 93 additional vampires. So there is quite a lot of support here. Your support with vehicles is a great help. They break down, they are destroyed, and the armed forces does not supply them to us. Also, additional electronics such as Starlink or charging stations are supplied by the armed forces in very small quantities. We really need all this stuff. The key need is people who will work on it.
So we really hope that this help keep you being the best, and also
of the best.
Exactly, and then you can deliver those numbers. Okay. So you can get more from us and from everyone in the world, and also Ministry of Defense. Because at the end of the day, to win the war, we just need to play the numbers and, liquidate the tourist who is still here.
Yes, thank you.
And one day they will be gone because of thank you.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you. And I have a present for you.
Thank you. It's, this year we had the most successful and because of Jake Pro. So this is exactly from his campaign, from people in US and Jake Pro community. You're helping the best Ukraine units. You're helping really win this war. So that's why this is the new, and you can just know that there are many people, but yeah, Jake Pro community, US and so on. So world is still here. World is helping you, and world is see results. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Jake Bro and your followers for raising money for this car. As soon as I receive it, I am immediately going to the front line. There, the vehicle will perform combat missions. It will transport reconnaissance crews and FPV drones, deliver ammunition and rotate personnel. Thank you very much.
Blogger. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How are you being?
Amazing.
Good to see you. So, we got quite a few different toys for you here today, mate.
Yeah, a lot.
Right, where should we start? Let's start with these. So, if people haven't seen these before, right, this is still an FPV drone. It's just quite a big one.
Yeah.
Queen Bomber Hornet. So, 6 kilogram payload?
I guess more.
You'll fit more on it?
In a good weather, I guess he can do more. Something like 9, it's okay.
9. So, 9 kilograms on one drone. What are you seeing the combat application being for this?
First of all, to destroy Russian positions.
Yeah.
Well-equipped positions, deep positions, because we can use big bomb here.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
and there are, like, if anyone, because these are fairly new from Wild Hornets, but there are videos online of these hitting some positions, and with that amount of payload on it, you can do a lot of damage, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And your team will use this with other stuff that we have here. Like, explain to people what this is if they haven't seen one of these before.
Of course, guys, this is drone detector. So if you're on the way to a combat position or something like this, you can know what kind of drone want to kill you right now. It will show you. So if detector is on and we have a signal that UAV is somewhere near, we should to hide.
Yeah.
Hide. So.
And how long have you got between it detecting it and then it killing you if you don't hide?
it depends on a kind of UAV.
Yeah.
If it's an FPV drone, we have not a lot of time.
No.
It's kind of plane. If it's kind of plane UAV, it's just for recognition. So we have a lot of time.
So you've got hiding, but then will you have enough time? Because here we have then your jammers, right?
Yeah.
So you could use these in combination.
Yeah, of course. You know, Russian army is really strong and technical. So they are always changing frequencies of their UAVs. So this is UAV, this is jammers in a really needed frequency. Today it's something like 400 to 500.
Yeah.
So it's really, really good. We need it.
But even with these, depending on the position and where you are, it still might not be enough, right? Like they can operate over multiple different frequency bands. I think they're going even lower than 400 hertz now.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
We met few drones in a 300, something like this.
Exactly. So there's like no perfect answer, and everyone's constantly moving what they're working with. So the poor people making these things start making one at one frequency level and then have to start coming up with a new design.
Yeah.
And you've got everything here. You've got another truck as well. It's quite a nice truck from the Jake Bro, it seems to be. Like, how will your team be using this?
This truck?
Yeah.
It's really, really simple. To get these birds to our position, we need the wheels.
Yeah.
They are here. To get to position safely, we need this. So we have everything to destroy Russians. That's why I'm really, really happy. This is explosive cart. Am I right? Yeah. We have a bomb, and we should to connect it with our drone. We using usual army bombs for destroying tanks, like for RPG, you know, but it's not for drones. It's not made for drones. So we need to model them with this. We should to bind this card to our bomb and after drop into Russians. And that's why that bomb will explode. So we really need them, because we have many bad situation, tragic situation when our soldiers died, because this cards was bad quality.
Yeah.
So we need a really, really good cards for our safety.
Explain to people as well, like what did you do before the war? You know, you haven't been a warrior, have you, all your life?
Okay, I was an actor, Ukrainian actor. We just like our president. Everybody begins from actors, you know. Theater is my love, of course.
Oh.
I had experience in Ukrainian movies, in foreign movies I filmed, but of course I love theater. It's real, true art.
What was the last show you were in?
Whew! Okay, I'll try remember. Okay, maybe it was Romeo and Juliet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was your role?
I was really cool, really cool dancer.
Oh, you can dance as well, then, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I want to ask him to do a little live performance, but that's not fair, is it?
So welcome everybody to theater of Slava Ukraini. Welcome everybody. Yesterday actor, today soldier. Who I will be tomorrow, I don't know. So
well, hopefully we'll find out soon, and that you can get back to peacetime and start whatever your next career might be. Yeah.
I will. I don't know, really. I don't know, actually. It's too hard. It's too hard. I don't know.
And how is it where you are at the moment?
Sorry?
On the front line?
How is it right now? It's not a surprise. we are in a very hard situation because enemy, we have a lot of enemies. Yeah, one enemy, but he's a lot. He's strong. He has a lot of technique. So, but we have drones. We have a clever guys. That's why we can fight yet. And of course, we have cool guys who helps us. Of course.
So you're using these, but what are you facing from the enemy in the air?
Yeah, oh, okay. I want to tell you about one guy. He's insane. He killed more than 700 Russians. Just imagine, 700 Russians. And he have a video on every Russian he killed. Yeah, he's cool. And he will fly in these birds. Just imagine what he will do. He flies on a Mavic before, but he will fly on these birds very soon.
Wow, that is quite a video collection to own.
Yeah.
You've been helped out today by like 2 different campaigns. One of them is this guy and his community, Jake Bro, who has done 2 campaigns now, and both have raised over $1 million. And this one was 1,000 days of war, because sadly I think it's in 48 days now. We reached the 1,000th day since the full-scale invasion. And the goal that we're trying to reach is to deliver all of that aid within the 1,000-day period. Hence, you're seeing all these big convoys and equipment. But you know, Jake Bro and his community are amazing. But also, this guy Heroyam Slava, which is a great name, right? Which is another like online sort of war reporter who does a lot of help, and his community as well help fundraise the drones. So you're going to get these 2 patches today, mate, you know, to add to your collection. And maybe that guy that's got his 700 videos needs to wear this when he's executing the mission with these, perhaps, you know, and he can send us a video back of him at work. So I will give you this, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go. And there you go, mate.
And of course,
thanks,
it's
mate.
for you.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you again, buddy.
Guys, thanks everybody from our unit, for our brigade. Thanks Jake Bro, NAFO 69 Sniffing Brigade, everybody who helped Ukraine, who support us. We really appreciate it. Okay, I'll say it. We are nothing without you, really, because a really big person of drones, yet in army, it's from volunteers. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, mate, I think we do the easy job. Right, you know, you're doing the serious work. Who drove this truck? You did. You 2. Do you want to come in as well and have a photo with this man? This is Mario.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Mario, where do you? You're I mean, you're from Brixton in London, aren't you? Like that. This is not. No.
Originally from Bolivia. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but I live in Finland, and so the first time I came here was because one of my friends was missing. He was Finnish, but he was fighting. He reappeared three weeks ago after 7 months, but he's alive. So after that, during this time, I was helping, and the guys gave me the opportunity to support a little bit, and it's been amazing to see what you guys are doing. And I hope you get more support, and you have a lot of people that love what you're doing.
Thank you guys.
Mate, it's good to hear your friend's alive.
Yeah, he looks he's very skinny right now, so he's held. So.
He was held captive. Wow, but he's been released.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks God.
Amazing.
God.
And Fabio as well. Me and Borga.
Really nice.
Fabio, where are you from?
Italy.
Oh, buongiorno.
Yeah, from Italy, and I will come as much as possible to help Ukraine winning. Yeah.
So it's a real international community still helping.
Yeah.
And that's good. Something I wanted to say that's true. You know, I'm originally from Bolivia, and right now the problem that we have in South America we have Venezuela's, and right now my country is going towards that regime as well. And actually, we can't do it. You can do anything in Latin America right now, but I think that by us doing what the Colombians are doing, what I'm doing here, trying to help, we're trying to do a little bit of help, because we need to stop this.
Yeah, of course.
The world's in a pretty unstable place at the moment, isn't it? I think we can see that all around, and when you have evil people, sometimes you have to stop them with force, and that is what we need to do here, and we need to do it as quickly as possible. So we're all here to help Ukraine win.
Hey Jake bro and subscribers. Guys, I want to thank everybody who helped collect money for this car. I think it's gonna be a really interesting life. She will live a lot in the front line. It will help us to do everything to defend our country.
Tell us how the Da Vinci Wolves were formed and why you have become one of the most effective fighters. Tell your story to people who still don't know about you. The story of the Da Vinci Wolves began back in 2014. A guy who was studying at an art school was caught up in the war and volunteered for the war. He devoted his life to the war, and in fact, he stayed in it forever. We're talking specifically about Dmytro Kotyubailo with the call sign Da Vinci, the hero of Ukraine. Was he the battalion commander who was killed 1 year ago? Yes, about a year and a half ago. He was one of the youngest commanders who was very brave. He was a very honest and loyal man, and he showed it by his example. The holy and pure things that remained after him continue in our battalion. That is, first and foremost, we value volunteers and try to save as many lives as possible. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself? You have been doing things far from the war. I'm a theater and movie actor. I played in the movies, TV series and theater. I loved and still love my profession. But the war broke out, and like any conscious person who cares about what is happening, they will try to bring our country's victory closer, more or less. One of the main reasons is that I went to the war for the sake of my profession. In any case, if the Russian army comes here, that is Russia in general, my profession will not exist. And if my profession does not exist, then I will not exist. As I know, you have one of the best medical units in the battalion. Can you tell us a bit about them? What makes them so effective? Yes, these are the Wolves led by Alina Mikhailova. They work very hard, sometimes taking great risks to get a wounded comrade off the battlefield. They are really risky guys. Alina also did everything to ensure that one of these vehicles had everything to bring a person back to life. Volunteers and caring people also helped us a lot with this. In other words, all this was actually done on the personal initiative of the people who helped us. We are very grateful to them for this. Plus, the professionalism of our doctors who are constantly learning, gaining experience, and improving their skills. What knowledge is the most useful now? If we talk not about the banal, but perhaps the classical knowledge, it is the ability to make fortifications for yourself. But if we stand here and start making fortifications, we can make it so that no bomb can hit it. And at the front, when you come to the positions, there are just rocks left from the position. Under heavy fire, under FPV drones, under bombs, digging fortifications is at least very dangerous, let's say. Even if there are some fortifications there, at some point you will have to change your position, move back, for example. You come and there is just a plane and nothing there. And digging in again under fire is almost unrealistic story. It is very difficult. Plus, it's not a secret that their drones fly into the rear. Everyone already knows about it. That is, the war now compared to a year ago is completely different. I mean, it is much more dangerous. The same distance of about 10 kilometers from the front line can be constantly shelled by FPV drones. You can't drive without electronic warfare systems anymore. And they may or may not help. It is a matter of luck. If we have enough shells to constantly fire at their potential takeoff positions or constantly destroy their logistics, it could make our lives easier. But unfortunately, in our reality, it is better to spend a shell on a tank that is moving than on a drone which location is unknown. The good news is that now we, as a charitable organization, can help a little more compared to the first year of our activity. Of course, it's also hard for us to find sources of money, but we have Jake Bro. He's a very cool blogger and he did the biggest fundraising campaign of all. Wow, thank you. We also have some delicious surprises from Estonia. We want your fighters to know the taste of our country. There is cheese, many other things, and even this. We also have honey for you. This was sent by one of our officers. There is a lot of stuff here. Thank you very much. And thank you. Thank you for your efficiency and for helping all of Europe stay free. And thank you for your support. Jake Bro, greetings from Ukraine. I want to thank you and your followers for your help and for your work in general. We really appreciate it. I wish you 1 million subscribers, and I wish us to bring our victory closer. Glory to Ukraine! Glory to heroes! The Kraken unit was founded on the 24th of February. What made you so effective on the battlefield in such a short time? Even before the war, most people from our unit were preparing for it in various ways. We held various training sessions, exercises, and somehow united. On the 24th, when the full-scale invasion took place, those who participated in the preparations, as well as many others, simply united. That's how our unit was created. At first, we acted as a self-defense force. Then our powers were expanded and we were authorized to conduct reconnaissance and assault operations. It was a volunteer unit consisting of highly motivated people, most of whom were not professional military, but had various interesting skills and diverse experiences. And all of this came in handy later, in the course of combat engagement with the enemy. Because we're a volunteer unit, our horizontal communication works very well. This helps us quickly change tactics, adapt to anything, change something within the unit. This is how we are constantly developing.
Zombie orcs.
I see that the zombie orcs are changing their tactics, and now they are working in small groups in some areas. For example, constant assault actions by 4 or 5 people, or the use of motorcycles as a quick transportation of infantry to the front line. What is your opinion on such tactics? Indeed, it is true that they have worked on their mistakes and changed their tactics. They mainly use the tactic of going in small groups like 2, 3, 5, 10 fighters. It is quite difficult to track such a number of infantry over a fairly large area. Then, when they approach the line of contact, they group up and engage in combat. Nothing much has changed in terms of the time of combat operations. Since the beginning of the full-scale war, they have been trying to conduct offensive or reconnaissance operations either at night or at 3, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It can be different, but basically, as I said. And this has its own specifics. To detect such groups, you need to use the appropriate equipment, which is equipped with various night vision devices. Among the new products are long-range FPVs, which have either a stronger connection or a larger battery capacity. We now have a new type of drone where a carrier delivers drones away from the front line and launches them into the attack. In terms of range, I think we have an advantage. The enemy recognizes this. We achieve this by launching repeater drones that allow us to increase the range. So we're still winning in this area. But the enemy also has drones that can fly 30 and 40 kilometers from the takeoff point, as opposed to a maximum of 10 kilometers before. So they are developing as well.
В першу чергу дуже ефективно себе показали FPV-дрони.
In terms of our work, we need first of all more and better FPV drones, so that their flight time can be increased, so that they can be smaller. If we take into account the military economy, this is a very effective type of weapon. For reconnaissance, of course, we need airplane-type wings. Surely we need to develop the quality and range of communication, as well as its resistance to electronic warfare.
Щоб вони був збільшений час польоту, ну і мінімізація самих літальних апаратів.
We also understand the need for further modernization of various drones. We're looking for ways to improve them. And we really appreciate the Ukrainian drone manufacturers for the opportunity to test them here and now. We know that we need well-trained pilots to effectively implement drones. The good news is that we, as a charitable organization, are giving more help this year than the previous year. And now there is a person who gives a lot of help to the Ukrainian army. This is Jake Bro. He is an American YouTuber with a large audience in the United States. He and his subscribers raised funds for this vehicle. Thank you very much for that.
Дякую вам.
Hello, Jake Bro and his subscribers. Thank you for your timely assistance in the form of this vehicle. It will help us perform our combat missions efficiently and effectively. Glory to Ukraine!
Слава Україні!
I am the commander of the UAV strike unit of the 464th Separate Infantry Battalion, and we work on such big birds.
This is quite big. Right, so, you know, we had other drones here today, but this is a little bit different. So maybe Buri could start by explaining to everyone what this is.
This is a large attack drone. They can both deliver fire damage to the enemy and carry out humanitarian missions at their positions. We can use them to deliver food, water and ammunition to units that have difficulty delivering these things.
Got it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rotors, and then underneath, like maybe like Buri can just explain a bit about what this is under here and how it works.
These are drop systems. They can be used to drop either one large load or 4 small loads. This copter can carry a total weight of 15 kilograms.
коптер може нести.
Okay, so would they, if it's like small things, it will do like a bombing run almost with the drone?
Yes.
And it's like a robot helicopter. So I imagine, like, is it quite loud and noisy?
It's actually folded now. When it is unfolded, it becomes twice as big. It is quite noisy and powerful, so these copters are used only at night, so that the enemy does not see them.
Is it easy to unpack one of the things? Can he? So it's not just like lethal, but it has like would he say it has like a psychological impact on soldiers when they hear the noise?
Yes, when such copters are operating, they immediately hear them, transmit this information to their own, and start hiding.
So would they use it in combination with other drones? So this might create panic, but they could have other strike drones hitting as well?
Yes, we use them in combination with reconnaissance drones because we need to conduct surveillance, search for targets, and only then we use large copters.
Do you have to have quite a lot of training to be capable to fly one of these?
We took courses. It was a week-long course for flying drones, but we already had experience flying other drones, so we passed it quickly. In general, such courses take 40 days in training centers.
You use it for like logistics as well and like resupply. Like, can he explain a bit how that works and what they would do?
Yes, unfortunately, there are some positions where it is difficult to deliver water and food, and that is why such large drones are used. We also have experience using ground drones in combination with this.
Got it, got it. And you've got a colleague here as well. Should we bring your colleague in? Привет, Alex. Yuri, nice. So we've got like the biggest drone we've ever got, and I think we have also the biggest man here as well that's with it. Like, my first question is, like, you are like a Ukrainian warrior. Like how did you get so big?
I used to play sports.
I can make big sports, mate. And your job is to like single-handedly carry like each of these? Like,
my job is to tell them where to drop gifts. I'm in command of the 464th Battalion. We identify the targets where we need to drop the bomb and then give the order to destroy, and the drones work on it.
Do you have enough of these and teams to work with it to hit all the targets, or are you having to select and choose, you know, the most high-value missions, etc.?
Priority targets are selected. There is very little equipment. If we had more equipment, we would probably have already won. We had these first-generation drones. It was easier to shoot them down or jam the signal with an electronic warfare system. The third generation is more resistant to electronic warfare and other countermeasures that the enemy is taking.
Got it. So it's got some good quality communications on it. Yeah. And so this, at the moment, it has this like the dropping mechanism. But if I'm dropping something big, like what am I using? Like, because I think people have seen like videos of like anti-tank mines and things. Is that the normal thing, right? Okay.
One of two.
One or two? You put two on it?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. That's quite dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very and beautiful.
And like before the war, you were like, what did you do with your life?
Before the war, I was designing smart homes, but since the beginning of the full-scale war, I have been helping to assemble such drones.
Interesting. Okay, right. So you were quite a technical guy then. Yeah.
And I'm a coach in a gym.
I mean, that makes perfect sense, Yuri. That makes perfect sense. These drones have been fundraised by a guy called Ukraine Matters. So he has like very popular like Ukrainian channel supporting, and you can see the special Baba Yaga patch that I'm sure you can wear with pride when you're operating the drone. So I will present it. I've only got one though, and I have two guys, so maybe you two can like fight it out for the patch. I'm not a betting man, but I'm going to bet on you for the. But look, I will give you the Baba Yaga patch.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Really nice to meet you. And I will give you the actual Sniffing Brigade charity patch. As the commander, you can have this, and so bear with me, my friend. I will. There we go. Thank you.
Our brigade, our battalion.
So that's the patch of the battalion,
yes.
Right? Oh, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And let's fundraise some more massive drones and drop huge bombs on top of Russians' heads.
I would like to express my gratitude to Ukraine Matters for their assistance. Now we will be able to perform our combat missions more effectively and bring our common victory closer. Glory to Ukraine!
And how important is a truck like this for the work that he's doing?
Since our guys are on the front lines 24/7, this vehicle helps them to bring food, ammunition, drones.
And they're there like 24/7, so, but how long is that for, like 2 weeks, a month?
For weeks, months at a time.
That must be very tough for them to be able to maintain performance in that type of conditions.
It's hard, but we're used to it.
It's almost sad, but true.
We have to be patient, and we will win.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. Yeah. But it's like that is life for them is now that, right? They probably cannot remember a different type of existence because it's gone on for so long.
It happens that the guys do not want to leave their positions because they're used to it and want to perform only their combat tasks.
And how do you two know each other?
Just yesterday.
Yesterday talk. Did you? Amazing. So, introduce yourself as well.
Tatou, Ania, yes, I help the Brigade 37 since 1 year.
So Tatiana helps out the brigade and helped fundraise this truck for them. In fact, your name is on the side of the truck as well.
Yes, so nice.
Thank you.
And not only that, like you've actually got your own patch, right?
Yes,
with you
so
on
nice.
it.
For you.
And can I ask him as well, like how long has he been in the army for?
9 months.
9 months, and before the full-scale invasion, like what was he doing?
I was a ventilation system engineer.
Thank you very much for everything that you're doing. Yeah. And it's a pleasure to give him the truck today. And thank you so much for your efforts in raising the money, because you worked very hard to get that campaign.
Yes, and the next will coming soon, yes.
Yes, so there we go. So, and thank you everyone for actually helping and supporting.
Ania, on behalf of the brigade, the battalion and our unit, I thank you for raising funds for this vehicle, which will help us to fulfill our combat missions.
Slava Ukraini! Heroyam Slava!
So there we have Convoy 34. That's the second convoy in 2 weeks. And this time we saw some very special drones. I think they're the biggest drones that we've ever fundraised through the Sniffing Brigade. We saw the Queen Hornets, and we today have been working with pretty much some of the most elite drone units that Ukraine has operating across its front line. And we're able to support them, all thanks to you and your generosity and donations from across the world. So please keep helping us, keep helping these brave fighters as we head into the winter. You've heard it's pretty difficult out there, and without your support, we can't win this fight. So thank you very much. Slava Ukraini, Heroyam Slava.
Thank you.